Hello everybody, this is a Deep Cosmic Space Wizard, bringing you guys a collective tarot card reading for the day. And for the day I pulled the card Page of Staffs or Page of Wands, depending on how you want to look at it. Because they're used interchangeably. You could, a lot of decks say wands, some say staffs. But yeah, so on the card you could see here in the Page of Staffs that it's a kid holding onto a tree looking out into the distance, and if you pay really close attention, there's a salamander on the bottom of the tree. I don't know if you guys can see it right now, but there is one there. And salamanders represent fire and transformation. If you cut off the tail of a salamander, it regrows back, regenerates. But yeah, so the Page of Staffs represents discovery, free spirit, energy, new ideas, or just ideas in general. It also represents inspiration and energy, and being active, and being, motivated. So, and the staffs, just in general, they mean, they deal with fire. So, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. They deal with creativity and spirituality and passion and energy. So they could also deal with competitiveness. It's a very masculine energy. Fire is the masculine energy, so it can be competitive. It can be, full of energy and stuff like that. So the Page of Staffs is basically saying, like, I have these great ideas. I have all these great ideas. I'm filled up with all this inspiration and motivation, and to do these things that I have in my mind. But in the card, he hasn't quite done that yet. So he's thinking about all these things that he wants to do, that he wants to try, and he has a lot of heart and a lot of fire, to want to go and do these things. So the Page of Staffs, it's basically asking us to try out those ideas, to think about those ideas that really stirs something up within inside of us, that makes us feel good, and that gets us excited and motivated to want to do something. So the Page of Staffs wants us to think about these things that make us excited, and then he wants us to try them. The Page of Staffs hasn't gotten to a place of commitment yet. He hasn't gotten to a place of, like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I've been doing this. He's not there yet. He's just in the baby stage. He's in the development stage, where things are not even in the physical yet. They're just ideas. So the Page of Staffs wants to try these things, see where they go. He doesn't know where they're going to lead, but he's excited about the possibilities. And sometimes that's how we figure out what it is that we really want to put more time into. Is we try out different things, we try out things that we seem interested in, and then, we try it out for a little bit, and we figure out more about it, and then from there we kind of decide if we want to continue doing it, if we, how much we want to do it, etc., etc. Page of Staffs also talks about exploring spirituality, and learning about different forms of spirituality, maybe different religions, maybe moving to a foreign land and learning about their culture and their beliefs and and their religions and spiritualities. and then maybe going to another culture and learning about theirs, and then another culture and learning about theirs. You know, there's so many different variations as to how the Page of Staffs comes up. But I could see the Page of Staffs like going to all these different places, learning about multiple spiritualities, and then kind of coming to like a middle point amongst all of them, you know, and kind of coming up with his own idea of what is true. So the Page of Staffs could also represent looking for a mentor for what it is that you're interested in. Somebody who already knows a lot about it. This could be doing a job shadow, you know, shadowing somebody that works at a job that you think you might like. This could be a mentor spiritually, like a guru, perhaps. You know, maybe going to India and training under a guru for a while, or just, you know, being in the presence of a guru for a while. You know, it can mean maybe getting a mentor on chess, teaching you about, you know, the fundamentals of chess and the rules and the technicalities of chess and the strategies. You know, it could be anything that you're interested in. And, you know, and through this process of, you know, you're going through your own inner fire. You know, fire is the element of transformation. It burns it down into ashes, and then it comes back again as, you know, a tree. As, you know, the ashes act as fertilizer. Everything's always recycled and transforming. So by going through your own passions and your own inspirations, this will transform you. And the transformation will lead you into your next, you know, greater sense of self. Because, you know, after fire, after you have the energy and the passion of things, you know, you in tarot, everything comes one after, like things come in an order. Like the pentacles, I know, are the last suit, because the pentacles represent earth. They represent the actualization of what it is that you wanted to create. So through the journey of the tarot, you know, I'm not sure exactly what order they go in, but it's like, you know, it's like first it's the wands, which is fire, maybe. And then after that, you know, maybe you have the swords, which are air, which is intellectual, you know, and ideologies and philosophical and all that stuff, and innovation and, you know, et cetera, technology, experimenting, as a scientific, you know, and then, you know, cups are emotions, sensuality, romance, psychicness, you know, stuff like that. And then obviously the last one's pentacles. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's all an unfoldment, you know, and the way that the tarot lines up the journey is really interesting, because not only do the suits follow in a certain order, so do, you know, the numbers. I mean, obviously it starts off as 1, which is the ace, and then it goes all the way up to 10, and then after 10 it turns into a queen, and after the queen it turns into a king, and after the king it turns into, you know, that's like the highest suit of the suits. But then you have the major arcana, which have the empress, the emperor, the magician. You know, there's like 20 something, I don't know, 30 something major arcana. And it starts off with the fool though, which is 0. And then the fool goes through all the different major arcanas until he finally reaches the last one, which I can't remember what the last one is, but so, you know, the journey always starts somewhere. It always starts off with just an idea. It always starts off with just a concept. And, you know, everything's got to start somewhere. So the thing is to not disbelieve our thoughts that get us excited, to at least try them out, and to not get bummed out if it doesn't work out, but to be grateful for the experience that it taught you something, and that it showed you that that's not what you want to do. You know, sometimes, yeah, we might do something and realize that that's not what we want to do. But then, you know, we wouldn't have been able to realize that until we tried it. So this is all about just getting out there and doing it. And, but not just doing anything, just doing the things that really light the fire up in your heart. And, yeah, and just being a free spirit, you know, just doing what you want to do. And seeing where it goes, and having faith in the universe, you know, and in God or a higher power, or just in yourself, and just knowing that everything's going to work out. You know, that it's not all going to end in catastrophe if you try to go do what you want to do, that it's not going to end in you being broke, or, you know, and if it does end in you being broke, I mean, it's not always the end of the world, you know. We could still bounce back even if we have no money. You know, so the fire is all about the soul. It's about the spirit. It's about spirituality. It's about you know, finding that strength and that inner power to go through life without feeling like you need certain things, you know, feeling like you need I mean, you know, like feeling like you need money or something, or feeling like you need more stability or more confidence, or, you know, it's all about just getting out there and doing it, and just finding that inner strength, the inner spirit to do it regardless of your circumstances. And, you know, sometimes we do need certain things, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, sometimes you do need things in order to make something happen. Sometimes we do need money, sometimes, you know, we do need better stability or more confidence, but it's about finding the next best thing that we can possibly do with what we have, and just going forward from there, and then trying to figure out how to make happen what it is that we want to try, or what it is that we want to do or create. You know, it might not be, you know, like if you want to be a rock star, you might not be going out on stage playing in front of, you know, 100,000 people right away, or whatever, 10,000 people. But maybe you could, you know, pick up the guitar or something, or start rapping, or I don't know, you know, whatever it is that musically inspires you. So yeah. So to bring it all around, the page is the beginning of the page is the kid. He's the young one who has all these good ideas and that wants to try them out, and that it has to be that it's involved with the feeling of fire and just that childlike enthusiasm, that teenage-like enthusiasm, even young 20s, you know, like enthusiasm. I mean, it doesn't even have to be age. Like, you could be 60, 70, and you could still feel that enthusiasm, you know. But it's all about just, yeah, the fire, and just going out there and doing it, and yeah, giving it your all, and finding the power within yourself to do it. Because we all have everything we need inside of ourselves to do what it is we want to do. We just gotta find it. And yeah, so I think that's all for today, guys. I'm wishing all of you magical souls, peace, love, bliss, joy, success, prosperity, gratitude, abundance, if I didn't already say that. And namaste. Gotta move this little thing now that I have it.